All right, I just finished writing an email and scheduling it to go out tomorrow at the time that I'm recording this. And it's a reminder, one of many reminders that I plan to send to let people know that they're running out of time if they want to apply for the Trimester of Awesome, which is the thing I'm hosting right now. But, maybe it's over and I'm hosting something else by the time that you're listening to this. But I wanted to anchor in a beautiful realization I had on the power and value of reminders very recently, because this is going to happen again and again and again, whether it's this offer, another offer, a genuine party invitation, an opportunity to connect in real time, or an interview or something like that. So a few weeks ago, I met my buddies in Austin for a party, and there were lots of people. It was fun to meet people that I've known online for literally almost the whole 10 years that I've been online in this business world. And it was so fun. And one of the hosts of the party invited me to be on her podcast to do an interview. And I was like, yeah, of course. I would love that. That would be so fun. I'm looking forward to it. And energetically, I booked that thing. Like, energetically, she invited me after the party via Instagram DMs. And in my mind, heart, and soul, I booked the interview. But in reality, I clicked the link, I looked at it, I saw that the dates were for November, and I just went back over to check with her to make sure that was accurate. And then I never actually finished the booking. So, like a week or maybe two later, she followed up with me. Be kind, remind. She followed up with me and was like, hey, just wanted to make sure everything went okay and that you're able to get booked in. And in my mind, again, I had already booked it. In my mind, it was complete. We were booked for November. We would have our Zoom date and all would be well. But in reality, I never finished booking the thing, and I wanted to. And if she hadn't reminded me, then I never would have. Who knows what's going to come from that conversation besides being enjoyable for the hour that we're actually chatting. But the funny thing is, she reminded me, and I was like, oops, let me do that tonight, because I had emailed myself the link from the DM conversation. And then, do you know that I didn't do it that night either? But then again, she posted on Instagram, and I saw her Instagram post, and I was like, oh my gosh, Nikki, go book the freaking interview right now so that you can confirm and tell her that you did it. And also just, to grab a time. So I did. So that's all. I just wanted to share that story with you because it was something I absolutely wanted to do and genuinely half thought that I did complete, that I did book it in, I did follow through, but I didn't. And I needed the reminder, multiple reminders actually. One direct, and then I saw the post, and then finally I did it. So I'm sharing that with you because, again, if you are feeling so confident and clear that what you are offering, whether it's an interview, whether it's a service, whether it's a product or a course or a date, I don't know. I'm not going to give you dating advice. But if you're so clear and confident that there's value to be exchanged for the right people, then it is a service to remind them, because life happens, stuff is busy, people have kids and dogs and cats and partners and people and coworkers, and there's just so many things going on, and you know it because you're living it too while you're listening to this podcast. What else are you doing right now? Exactly. So you benefit from reminders and your people benefit from reminders, so please don't feel weird about it. Again, unless you do feel weird about it because you're actually not clear on the value that you're bringing to the table, which is a different conversation and needs to be addressed for sure, so that you can feel in full integrity and fair exchange. But assuming you've already done that work, then reminders are a gift. Be kind, remind. Go get him, Tiger. Tell him what you told him. Tell him again. By air, land, and sea. By Instagram, by DM, by email, by text message, whatever means. If you care about these people and you know that you can help them, then just present that opportunity. And then on that note, and I mentioned this in the email that I just scheduled, like some people are going to unsubscribe. Every time that I email someone, multiple people unsubscribe. That's how it's always been, and that's how it's meant to be, because I'm not for everyone, and neither are you. But for the right people, man, do we have a great time challenging each other to grow, to go and grow, like for the right people. And that's all you have to concern yourself with, is just be yourself, speak to your people, know that the right people are going to appreciate the reminders. And even if they're not saying yes to the invitation that you're reminding them of right now, that doesn't mean they're never going to. And even if they never do, like maybe they also just respect you and they're curious about what you're doing, so they just want to know, and then they can pass it along to someone else. And because you reminded them, it reminded them to say, hey, this isn't for me, but my best friend could seriously use some help with this. And then they forwarded it along because you sent the reminder. All right, you get the point. I'm done here. Let me know if that resonates, and if you send a bold reminder as a result of this conversation. Okay, bye. Okay, technically that was the end of the episode, but since you're still here, 1, I'd love to thank you for spending part of your day with me, and 2, I'd love to ask you if you would take 30 seconds, maybe 60, to leave a rating and review in your podcast app before you tap out today. If you've already done that, it's amazing. Please send me a screenshot so I can thank you personally, and know that sharing this episode with a friend has the same magical powers, and I deeply appreciate both. Also, in case you're listening to the end to see if I ever actually introduce myself, hi! My name is Nikki Elledge Brown. I'm the host and author of Naptime Empires and this here On Her Terms podcast. You can find me around the internet at Nikki Elledge Brown in most places, but what you may appreciate most is actually over at onherterms.com. It's what I call the insider library. It's where you can get inside scoop, first listen rights, email updates every time there's a new episode, and then special insider only bonus content. It's all over in our private feed. Okay, that's a wrap for real. I'll meet you in the next episode.